Hi everybody, Robert here with more Navisworks training. In this exercise, we're going to create viewpoints and do some animations. So the first thing we want to do, we want to go to the quick access tools bar, and we want to just change this to NWD. We want to open these NWD files I have pre-selected. So we want to take this one, click open. Now there's our model that we like to start off with. And just so we can have a little more going on here, I'm going to just show you how to append the model. So we can go over here to the Home tab and select the pen, and let's bring in the structure. We'll say OK. So now that should come in. Let's go to our Home view. If you want to take a look here, I want to hide this selected object. Okay, we have our structure showing our joists and beams. So I want to just unhide all and go back to where we started. Now the first thing we want to do in this model, we want to go here and fix our background. That's very important. So what we want to do here, we want to go to we want to just right click right here on the back on the screen. So we just do a right click and select background. And then here in this dialog box, we'll go to horizon, select horizon, select horizon right here, and we'll apply and say OK. So now we have an horizon here. And what we also like to do in this video, we want to go to the viewpoint panel and select here where it says, okay, where is it? We want to turn this into shading so we can see things a little better. And that's actually on the viewpoint tab where we show our shading. Actually, I want to pull that out so we can get a good look at this tab, render style. Go to mode here, shaded, and that's what we selected. And then we also might want to go to full lights. All right, so there we go. Now we have our rendering style set up and everything. Okay, now let's go in here now. What we want to do now is we want to go and set up some options here. So really an easy way to do this on your computer is to just push F12. But on my computer today, F12 is going to turn off my internet, so I won't be able to see what's going on. So we will go here. I can go in this options right here, put on options, and then you see this dialog box will pop up, and under interface, we want to select display units. So once our display units are selected, we can then go and change the units that we want to work in. So I like inches, and then we'll just click OK. Now here you can change it to anything you want, but in this case we're using inches. So that's pretty much what we use in the US. So if you're in another country, go ahead and use the metric or millimeters. That's what they use in other countries. They tend to use millimeters. And then we'll just say OK here. Now the next thing we want to do here is we want to go in and create some viewpoints. So I want to go to my home view here. I think I'll start on this side. used to orbit around using the shift key and your mouse. So I'm going to start right here. So to create a viewpoint, all you have to do is right click on the viewpoint window and just save viewpoint. So now, once we have the viewpoint saved, we want to call this overview 1. Then we want to go around to our next corner. We want to do all 4 corners this way. We right click on the viewpoints dialog box. This will be overview 2. Now all you're doing is right clicking on this empty blank space. We'll say overview 2. We'll come around this way. Right click on the viewpoint section, say viewpoint, we'll call this overview 3. So basically what I'm doing is just creating a view on each corner. You'll see why later. And we'll take this around to our 4th and final corner. Okay, we'll right click in the Save Viewpoints section dialog. Save Viewpoint, we'll call this Overview 4. Okay, now, so we saved all of our views, and now we want to go and create us another view. And so this section, no, we want to get a good walking area. Now the good thing about the viewpoints, we can go back to them, which we're going to find very handy once we start this exercise. So let's go back to viewpoint 1. So we're here in viewpoint 1, and this is where I think we're going to do all of our neat stuff that we got coming up here. So back in viewpoint 1, we want to create a way that we're going to walk into this model. So we want to go up to this door. So let's shift and pan around to this door right here. Now what you can do when you pan around to this door, we can go to our camera, select this pull down, and we can straighten this out. So it's straightened. So that's going to be another view that we're going to use. So the best thing to do with this, since we're here, we want to make this a viewpoint. And what we're going to do, we're going to go and right click into our viewpoint area. And we're going to save another viewpoint. And we're going to call this Start Walk. Actually, I want to move up a little bit because we're going to have some gravity issues. Let me just back this up. We don't want to start there yet. Okay, that's okay. We can fix it. Start walk. So this is another viewpoint. So now once we have that viewpoint selected, I want to move up a little bit here if I can. I want to start this right here. And then I'm going to delete this viewpoint out of here. Actually, no, I'm going to do this. This is probably the best way to handle this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to right click I'm going to save viewpoint. And let's just call this walk start. Okay. Now this guy, let's delete him out. We don't need him anymore. We go back to walk start. Now once we're in this viewpoint, we want to edit this thing here, right? So let's just right click and let's go to where it says edit. So we're actually editing the viewpoint. So what we want to do is go down to our collision and we want to pick our collision settings. So once we click our collision settings, what we need to do here in this area, we want to enable third person, and then I'm going to make sure I get these settings right. We want to set our radius to 11 inches. Let's make this a straight up 11. We'll make our height 68 inches. And our distance will be 80. Okay, now I'm going to click OK here. OK again. And there we have our avatar in our view. We're going to use the construction worker here. So OK. Okay, now on the right side here in our graphics window, we want to select walk. And I want to just walk up here. Now I want to show you something here very important. Let's just walk. So we're not going anywhere. So let's just walk right here. Now I want to right click here and I want to say Control G. And I move a little, see what happened? I turned on collision. I turned on our gravity, and so our gravity dropped him down. So we need to be on the surface in order to stand on the surface. So we can go back to start walk. And this time I'm going to turn gravity off, which is Control D, and I can move up here and just walk up here. Now when I get up to the surface, I can go Control G and walk a little further. Oh, didn't go far enough. Go back to walk. Let's go Control D to turn off gravity. Let's walk up here. Let's go a little bit closer. Go back a little bit. And I'm going to go Control D and turn gravity off. Walk a little further up. So actually, I think this guy is on the ground. No, he's not. So let me go Control G again. Turn gravity on, and I fall. Go back to walk, start walk. I'm going to walk up here, up to the surface. I'm going to Control G. Walk a little closer. Still falling. So whenever you mess up like I'm doing here, we can always go back. So I don't have gravity on. So I'm going to go as close as I can get here. And I'm going to go Control D. I'm sorry, Control. Yep. I'm going to Control G. Now walk a little further, and then I drop down to the ground level. Okay? So now we want to walk here up to this door, And let's just move him over a little bit. Now, what we can do here to make sure we're in good shape or we're in a good start point, we can go and straighten this out. And we can say, we can call this another, we can make this another viewpoint. I just wanted to show you how gravity and collision worked here. Okay, so now we're going to walk up to this door and we're going to give this a viewpoint just so we don't mess up again. So I'm going to right click here, save viewpoint. I'm going to call this entry. This is what, so we'll know that we got our starting point. So once we get here, at this point, we can begin walking. So I want to start walking. And once I get started walking, I'm going to stop at the door because I have collision on. Collision and gravity on. So I'm going to press Control D to turn it off. And now I can walk through this door. Now once I get in here, I can create another viewpoint. And I'm going to create that viewpoint. Let's go up to here. Let's go up to the stair. I'm going to right click, save viewpoint. Let's say stair. We can go a little further here. Let's turn to the left here. Go in this direction. And let's stop it right here and create another viewpoint. It's called this warehouse. We move on and let's just turn slightly to this way. And create another viewpoint. Let's call this warehouse 2. Or you can call this whatever you like. So to finish this, let's go back over here. And I want to show you how we can deal with stairs. Now I'll come to the stair. Now to do stairs, we have to have collision on. As you can see, we're going through the stairs. Now to go to the stair, let's do Control G. And let's walk up these stairs. So we seem to be stuck here. So now I'm going to leave it there because that's basically how you do a walkthrough with the avatar, how you do the settings and everything. So I'm going to go Control G again, turn gravity off. And as you can see, we're going to walk Okay, we're going up the stairs. That's Control G. You gotta remember this. So basically, a quick way to do this is look over here under the walk. This little walk pull down and say I got collision on, and that way with collision on we can go upstairs. So anyway, now what I want to do is I want to show you how to create a brief measure tools. So we can go back to our walk start. It brings us back to the beginning. And then we're going to use this record button. So from the walk start, I'm going to go to entry because walk start is going to drop us down. So now the record button is basically used to record your walking. And when you use this record button, you got to always remember that you can pause it or whatever. So to go in the animation tool key and just hit record, and let's start walking. Now if I get to this door, if I get stopped again, I'll go Control C, Control G. Nope, Control D, I'm sorry. And walk through the door. So we're recording this. Now let's just take another path here. Let's go in this direction. Let's walk around. And now to stop the recording, let's go look at these stairs over here. Now to stop this recording, all you have to do is hit the record button. And then once you do that, you'll notice this, it'll go back to the beginning, and then you'll have this animation video basically that we saved. So now what we want to do with that is, so once we get the animation video, we want to edit that as well. So to edit that, you basically just go in like we did the others, and you do a right click on this guy, and you hit edit. Now for the duration, let's say 50 here, and we'll say okay. Now we'll rename this to walkthrough. Okay, and now we select it, and on the annotation we already have it selected. We just push play, and there goes our walkthrough that we just created. I stopped at the door because I got stuck here. See, I should have paused it right here, and then we'll continue on through the door. And that's a very simple way to do an animation. This is our walkthrough animation. Okay, now once we have that done, I want to show you now the viewpoint animation we covered in an earlier assignment. If anybody want, I can review it, but we did this in another assignment. It's just a matter of creating viewpoints and adding them into a scene, and they all show. Now I want to show you one last thing here. Let's go back to our start walk frame. I want to go entry again. So in this one, I want to show you how we measure things in Navisworks, which is good because this is most of the time you're going to use this is while you're walking through a model. So we go in here into our review tab, and we can click on the measure tool. Actually, let's just pull this out. Let's just pull this totally out here. And so we want to measure here, we will say point to point. And then we have our we'll just say, now we'll take the vertex, and we see that cross, that's a point. Now what we need to do is we need to make some selections. We need to, I'm going to show you how to set this guy up, because it's already predefined and set. Yours might not be. So what I want to do is I want to basically show you how to get started as far as how to set up the measure tools and how to make them work properly. Very important that you get the points to snap right in the right place. So the measure tools, oh, they should be over here. So I'm gonna pull this out. Okay. There they are, right there. So the measure, let's go measure, say, so what you want to do is, see if I can find this thing here, measure the snaps on here. They're already set, but there's a way that you need to go in and set up the snaps so that when you measure, the points will snap to the right, to intersection points. So here they are. These are the locks, right? And you pull these down. Those are good. Okay, so what do you want to do just to measure this? Say I want to measure from this point to here, and that's 72 inches. That's the point-to-point measure. And then we can just clear by clicking the clear button. And now we want to go multiple points just to do an area. So we'll go from, when you see the cross, that means that's a point. This point down to this point. And this point. Sorry, measuring the area, you got to go to the measure area tool. And you'll select the point here, this point, and snap to that point. When you see the cross, that's the point, and there's our area. So that's how you do a few basic things in Navisworks. We covered a few things here. We did a walkthrough. We looked at collision, and we looked at how to do animation, and basically how to measure it. So hey guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to come by and ask. We also appended a model. So thanks again for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Bye.